girls, it's Diana. I'm here per Amanda May's request, and we are making Thanksgiving dinner for her. I'm going to hook her up and share some recipes that I use for my family for Thanksgiving dinner. The first thing that I'm going to share with you is sweet potatoes, or yams, I guess you can call them. I don't know if they are the same thing. I tried looking for a sweet potato and I couldn't find one. I know them as yams. Some of you may not. Let me show you what we're working with. I cut up, this is just one sweet potato, and what I did was I added a cinnamon stick to it. I boiled the cinnamon stick in the water first, just to give the water, like, you know, to give it some cinnamon flavor. I like doing that just because it gives it a little bit extra. If you don't have cinnamon sticks, you don't have to get them. But I have them, so that's what I use. These are going to be your ingredients. What I'm going to do for this recipe is I'm going to give you amounts. I'll list the exact amounts that I use. I normally don't. I kind of just cook by eye. There's no set recipe that I use, so I will let you know once I measure everything to give you an exact amount. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to use one yam. I've already peeled it and cut it. Obviously, this is what it looks like at the store when you get it. They're fairly large. I'd say if you have more than 2 people to eat, it's only for me and my husband, and I'm going to make more for Thanksgiving, so I don't want to make too many. But if you have more than one person, I'd say probably 2 people per 1 yam. That's what you can serve. I was going to use this one, but it's going to make a lot, so I don't want to make a lot of it. I'll just freeze that one and save it for later. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your sweet potato, you're going to peel it with your potato peeler and look like that, and then you're going to cube it up into small pieces, small even pieces, so that they cook evenly. You're going to boil them, put them on boil, I'd say about 20 to 30 minutes. You're going to use some cinnamon, ground cinnamon. You're going to need some butter. You're going to need some miniature marshmallows, whatever brand you prefer. This is the brand I like using. You don't have to use it. Whatever brand you prefer. This is also what I'm using. I'm using shelled walnuts. You can use pecans. You can use pecans, whatever. Potato. Almonds. You can use whatever kind of nuts you like. This is just vanilla extract, whatever kind of vanilla you like, and brown sugar. So that's what we're working with here. I got these, they were at a boil, but I put them in the water. You want the water covering them, and you want them a little bit harder than fork tender, because once they're done here, you're going to mix everything else. I'll show you. You're going to mix everything else, and it's going to go in the oven to melt everything. So you don't want them too cooked here. If you make them too mushy here, in the end they'll be too mushy for you. So once you'll see the finished product once these are done boiling in a little bit. Alright, so here are the yams, or sweet potatoes, or whatever they are. They are a little bit harder than fork tender. I'm going to go ahead and drain them. Alright, so the yams are drained. I'm going to remove the cinnamon sticks. The house smells wonderfully of cinnamon and ham and all the yummy Thanksgiving goodness. I'm going to transfer them into my baking pan. Take out the cinnamon. I don't want anybody choking on any cinnamon sticks in there. See how they turn a little brown? You got to kind of work fast. I let them sit for a little while. I drained them. They turn brown just like potatoes once they're cooked. Alright, so then you're going to add your butter. And I took 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm just going to add here and there. I kind of chopped it up into little slivers. You can add it here and there and everywhere. pretty much going to use the whole entire thing. You can use less if you want to. This is not a meal that you should watch your weight on, though. Thanksgiving is definitely one of those things that you splurge on. You eat good for one meal, or, you know, one day, and then you go back to your diet or your eating right or whatever the case may be. I'm going to take some cinnamon, dust the cinnamon over there. I'm going to take my vanilla extract, and I suggest you get a measuring spoon for this. I'm just going to drizzle a dab here and there and everywhere. You're going to, and this is in no particular order, that you're just adding everything. I'm adding my walnuts. I took maybe about, that was maybe about half a cup of walnuts. Here and there and everywhere. If you want, you can chop them more. You're going to add your marshmallows. Whoop. What I like to do is add the marshmallows. I like to add the marshmallows and then give it a quick little zhuzh, just to make sure they're going to melt anyway, so you really could skip this step if you want to. But I like to make sure that they get in all of the nooks and crannies. You can't ever go wrong with marshmallows. Add as many as you like. They're not going to hurt a thing. And then you're going to add your brown sugar. Now, I told you my brown sugar was kind of, like, it's kind of lumpy. I think it's because it got kind of hard. So I'm just going to crumble it, make sure that it gets all nice and crumbled. I don't want to leave any big rocks. Crumbles really nicely. Preferably, you don't have to, you can skip this step because your brown sugar will be nice. Mine was not brand new, hence why I have to make crumbles out of it. I'm not nearly using all of the brown sugar that I packed into my cup. I'd say maybe you're going to use about 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. You can gauge it. See if you need more, a little less. I probably should have added the brown sugar before I added the marshmallows. It doesn't matter, it's all going to melt. It's really hard to cook with one hand. Add as much or as little brown sugar as you want to. What I like to do is I like to have a coat of marshmallows on top, just for good measure. See, so that was the whole pack. It wasn't the whole pack of marshmallows, but I mean, I'd say it was about half a pack of marshmallows. You can use more or less if you want to. And then you're going to bake this in the oven. You're going to put this in the oven pretty much until it warms. My oven right now is set to 325 because I have the ham in there. I'm pretty sure that's what I can put it on. I'll do the last 30 minutes of cooking so that it melts. That's all you're looking for. You're looking for it to melt and everything to warm up and ooey gooiness. You don't want it to burn. And take care not to put it on top because the marshmallows will burn. So I'll show you here in a little bit. Alright, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I told you to cover the yams. I covered mine and all of my marshmallows melted. I should have showed you before this, but I decided to add more marshmallows on top, and I'm going to stick it in the oven for a little bit longer. But it is coming along very nicely. If I can show you here, you have ooey gooey delicious goodness, and I could probably even leave it out and just, it's warm still. I just took the foil off of it. I wanted to initially take the foil off so that the top can get nice and brown, but I covered it the whole time and I completely forgot about it. So make sure you check it to make sure that your marshmallows don't go down all the way. I added the whole entire bag of marshmallows. Do not be afraid to add the whole bag of marshmallows. It makes it so much better, and you're not on a diet anyway. It's Thanksgiving. Who cares? So it looks like it's melting really well. I'll probably put it in the oven just a little bit more. The oven is still warm, but we'll see how that goes. I'll show you the finished product when I'm ready to eat. Alright, so please learn from my mistake, and for God's sake, use a timer. I put it on broil for not even 5 minutes, and this is what I ended up with. It's okay because I caught it just in time. It's a little bit toasty. I can probably take off the top layer, and it'll be just as good. Or if you like it crusty like that, hey, more power to you. But yes, by all means, use a timer. Don't trust the broiler because it wasn't browning as much as I'd like it to, and it came out a little toasty. Learn from my mistakes, use a timer. Timer is your best friend in the kitchen, especially if you're notorious for burning stuff. That is the final look on my yams. I'm getting ready to pull out the ham, and we will get ready to eat. Alright, so Thanksgiving dinner is ready. We have the ham right here. We have some mashed potatoes. I haven't made any gravy. I'll probably open up a can and warm it up real quick on the stove. We have some stuffing, and my yams got a little bit burnt. Those are marshmallows on top because I used a broiler and I did not use a timer. So learn from my mistake. Use a timer. Watch your food. I got busy cleaning up my mess because I clean up as I go, and I got sidetracked. So it'll still be good. But looking forward to Thanksgiving dinner. Babe, can you say thank you, Amanda?
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda, for giving us dinner tonight, and I hope you guys try it and let me know how it comes out. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.